like it's a dramatic thriller, really. And as much as we do in the hospital, there's so much that goes on outside of with Beth's character and my character and Jason's character that goes on outside, which I think is really cool about the show, that it's not just you're watching this medical show and everything takes place in the hospital. There's so much that goes on, and that also really affects Jason's character and my character, because all these things that are going on outside of our work, we kind of bring into our work. And yeah, and
it's also about, an everyday man intervening in this extraordinary situation, and he saves a little boy's life, which for an ER doctor isn't odd or isn't out of character, but the way that it happens and the circumstances around it
that follow it
create this crazy almost like an avalanche of side effects and all of these things that happen because of that, or consequences rather. And I play Samantha Ellison, John's wife, and we've lost a daughter a year before, and so our family is just trying to cope and deal and get we're trying to get our feet back on the ground and figure out how we move forward as us. And then this happens, and it throws everything into a spin.
So John is described as a vigilante who maybe does questionably moral things, but coming from a good place. So is the audience going to be torn between kind of rooting for him and also against him, or is he just the hero and that's it?
Well, he definitely, every decision he makes affects everyone around him, whether it's his son and his wife or his coworkers and patients. And I think that is the sort of moral dilemma that the thing I love about it is that the audience does sort of go on a journey with him, and they are going to feel conflicted, but when placed in an extraordinary circumstance, nobody knows what you're going to do. We don't think like that.
Because he's literally in a world, even losing a child and then having to deal with that, and then in the middle of this gang world, like, he's a normal guy doing his job, trying to deal with losing someone and making his marriage work and coming to work and being a good doctor, and then he's put in this world that he has no idea how to deal with.
I mean, honestly, when I think about him, he's put in a series of really difficult ethical situations, and it's pretty clear in each of those situations that there's no way out that doesn't involve doing something that he wouldn't necessarily do in his normal life. So I think the one thing about the term vigilante that I would quibble with a little bit is John doesn't go out looking for trouble, right? I mean, he's a doctor, things come to him, he's trying to deal with them as best he can. And I think very much like you would find in a medical context, it's not compromising a doctor's ethics when a doctor has to say, well, this treatment has a 30% chance of really severe side effects. This other treatment is less effective but has fewer side effects. Which one should I do, right? And either way, you're dealing with really difficult compromises. Either way, you're playing with people's lives. It's super challenging. And this is just a story where he finds himself in a situation like that out in the world.